Hello, my friends, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, hi, I am from a financial education platform where we teach you how to grow your wealth and build passive income through real estate investing and stock market investing. So if this is something that interests you, make sure to like and subscribe so you can get notified whenever we upload a new video. In today's video, we are going to talk about the vaults of wealth that the rich use to store their money. If you have been following for a while, you know that one of the most important things when it comes to building wealth is having multiple streams of income. However, once you start generating income, you need to be able to store that money in a safe place where it will continue to grow and multiply over time. This is why it is important to understand where the rich put their money so that you can learn from them and do the same. The rich don't keep their money in just any bank account. They use special accounts and vaults that allow them to earn more money without having to do any extra work. These vaults are not secret or hidden. They are actually very common and widely used by wealthy individuals all over the world. However, most people are not aware of them and how they work, which is why they remain poor. Before we dive into the first vault, I want to remind you that this video is not meant to discourage you from keeping some of your money in a bank account. In fact, having a small portion of your money in a bank account is a good idea for emergency purposes. However, the majority of your money should not be sitting in a bank account doing nothing. You need to find ways to invest it so that it can generate more money for you. The first vault of wealth that the rich use is called the money market account. This is an account that pays a higher interest rate than a traditional savings account. It is designed to help you earn money on your cash while still having easy access to it. Money market accounts typically require you to keep a minimum balance in order to earn the highest interest rate. However, they also offer some of the highest interest rates available. Currently, many banks and credit unions are offering money market accounts with interest rates of around 4%. That means if you deposit 1000美元 into a money market account, you would earn around $40 to $50 in interest each year. The second vault of wealth that the rich use is called the certificate of deposit. A certificate of deposit is a type of savings account that allows you to earn a fixed interest rate for a set period of time. In order to get the best interest rate on a certificate of deposit, you typically need to keep your money in the account for at least 6 months. However, there are also certificates of deposit that offer high interest rates for shorter periods of time. For example, some banks are currently offering certificates of deposit with interest rates of around 4% for terms of 1 month. That means if you deposit 1000美元 into a certificate of deposit for 1 month, you would earn around $40 in interest. The third vault of wealth that the rich use is called the treasury bill. A treasury bill is a type of government-backed debt that you can purchase through the government's website. Treasury bills have maturities ranging from a few days to 52 weeks. They are considered to be very safe investments since they are backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government. Currently, the U.S. government is offering treasury bills with interest rates of around 4% for maturities of up to 52 weeks. That means if you deposit 1000美元 into a treasury bill with a maturity of 52 weeks, you would earn around $50 in interest. The fourth vault of wealth that the rich use is called the high-yield savings account. A high-yield savings account is a type of savings account that pays a higher interest rate than a traditional savings account. The interest rates on high-yield savings accounts are typically lower than those on certificates of deposit or treasury bills. However, you can usually withdraw money from a high-yield savings account at any time without penalty. Many online banks offer high-yield savings accounts with interest rates of around 4%. That means if you deposit 1000美元 into a high-yield savings account, you would earn around $40 to $40 in interest each year. And finally, the fifth vault of wealth that the rich use is called the short-term corporate bond fund. A short-term corporate bond fund is a type of mutual fund that invests in bonds issued by corporations. These funds typically invest in bonds with maturities of less than 5 years. Short-term corporate bond funds are considered to be relatively safe investments since they are diversified across a number of different issuers. Additionally, they typically have low correlation with stocks, which means that they can provide a nice balance to a portfolio of stocks and other types of investments. Short-term corporate bond funds typically have expense ratios of around 0.5 to 1%. That means that for every 1,000美元 you have invested, you would pay around 5 美元 to 10美元 in fees each year. However, the interest earned on your investment should more than make up for these fees. Short-term corporate bond funds have averaged returns of around 4 to 5% over the past 10 years. That means if you deposit 1,000美元 into a short-term corporate bond fund, you would earn around $40 to $50 in interest each year. Now that you know the vaults of wealth that the rich use to store their money, you can start thinking about where you want to put your own money. Remember that the rich don't keep their money in just any old bank account. They use special accounts that allow them to earn more money on their cash. By using the same strategies, you can earn more money on your cash without having to do any extra work when choosing a vault for your wealth. It is important to consider the amount of money you have to deposit, the interest rate, the fees, and the ease of access. Some vaults may require you to keep a minimum balance in order to earn the highest interest rate, while others may charge fees for making withdrawals. It is also important to choose a vault that is FDIC insured in case anything happens to the bank. All of the vaults we discussed in this video are FDIC insured up to $10,000. I want to reiterate that having a portion of your money in a bank account is a good idea for emergency purposes. However, the majority of your money should be invested so that it can generate more money for you. The vaults we discussed in this video are a great way to earn more money on your cash without having to do any extra work. By using these vaults, you can earn anywhere from 4 to 5% interest on your cash, which is much more than you would earn in a traditional savings account. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel so you can get notified whenever we upload a new video. We upload new videos every week. If you want to learn more about personal finance and investing, please visit our website where we have a ton of free resources available. Thank you again for watching and we'll see you in our next video.